spring just around the corner, how did some of our native critters survive the cold winter? Our Eichmann David went to Echo in Burlington to find out.
At the Echo Center in Burlington, animal care specialist Ben Gorbach has a passion for the animals here.
I'm up all night thinking about better ways to take care of them.
It's a busy week with many kids on school break, and feeding time for the tree frog is a crowd favorite.
And they're one of my favorites to feed because they do put on a pretty good show. There's a lot of clapping, some squealing, and sometimes, yeah, they're just really enjoying themselves.
And when some of the frogs wake up, like the spring peeper, they will tell you.
When we hear this frog, it's a sign of spring.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. This is one of those frogs that you don't really get a lot of chances to see just because they really are just this big and they like to spend a lot of time up in the trees, but everybody knows what they sound like.
So how do they survive the winter?
Yeah, so these frogs, they produce an antifreeze that protects their cellular membranes and prevents the water damaging them when it expands when it freezes.
Is it the antifreeze that we know, like in our cars?
Nope, it is a non-toxic alternative, totally organic.
And it happens naturally?
It does, yes, every year.
How do the turtles survive the winters here?
Yeah, so they have to eat enough food to sustain them throughout the entire winter, and then they actually, will stay underwater and, won't come up until it's time for them to emerge.
Are they hibernating?
So they're actually doing something called brumating, and that's what cold-blooded animals do. So like a hibernating animal has to have a full belly to keep their metabolism going throughout the wintertime, but a brumating animal, they don't have the energy to digest their food, so they actually have to do it with an empty belly. Otherwise, the food could rot in their stomach.
While these frogs are safe inside Echo, their friends outside are having a more difficult time. Gorbach says climate change is having an impact on their lifespan.
One of the things that's sort of actually threatening them is a lack of snow, because snow acts like an insulator, just like an igloo. So if there's less snow, that actually could mean less frogs in the spring.
A reminder that spring is around the corner and nature will slowly wake up again. In Burlington, Eichmann David, Channel 3 News.